So I was asked to do another matchup chart, and considering how well my Joker matchup chart did, I kind of decided, yeah, I'm gonna do another matchup chart. But the problem with that is I don't really play many other characters outside of Joker, outside of my boy. So I didn't really know who to do, but I came to the decision that I think the character I need to do this with is the Aegises, or Mythra, Pyra, you know, the dumbasses. Because they're pretty much my Wi-Fi mains at this point. I put a lot of time into just playing them. But then again, a lot of time for me is not all that much. I play a few hours every once in a while, because I hate Wi-Fi and it makes me want to kill myself, so I'd rather do anything else. So, yeah, I decided to do them, because I've been playing them a lot. I have a lot of experience with them right now. So, personally, I think, yeah, they're just the characters I want to do. So, thank you, commenter, for the video. I cannot pronounce your name, but here you go. I'll put your comment right there. So yeah, let's jump into it. I've debated on this a lot. I've been sat here for a while thinking on some characters, because this is a hard matchup chart to make, because they're very, very good. They don't have like very defined weaknesses in my opinion, because Mythra, like, their recovery is hard. Because okay, I'm gonna stop talking. Let's just get some out of the way. Joker, I think, is a negative 0.5 matchup. Why? Because Joker kind of doesn't like it when you're faster than him. That's why a lot of his losing matchups are just very fast characters. He really doesn't lose to zoners. He doesn't lose to slow characters, but fast characters he's not too fond of. Sheik is like one of his worst matchups, and that's simply because Sheik is just so much faster than Joker. And Mythra is like the same speed as Sheik, and it's very hard for him to, or it's not hard, I'd say, but he doesn't like it, you know? As well as them having a sword, which should be a good thing for Joker. So Joker doesn't really care all that much about swords, because he just kind of runs in on swordies. But with Mythra's speed, it makes it pretty difficult for him to get in. But here's the thing. It is close to impossible. It's so fucking hard to kill Joker because how slow Mythra is. As I said, Joker likes taking advantage of slow characters, and why would he ever approach Pyra in the slightest whenever he can just Iha and gun away, you know? And as well, I think Arson also kind of pushes that as well, because, okay, fine, it's hard for you to hit Mythra, but whenever you do with Arson, it's gonna hurt, as well as you have a counter to get rid of if she wants to side beat a ledge. You can also hurt her recovery with, you know, gun, kind of run off gun, because it kind of just pushes her back. I think this is a negative 0.5 matchup. Even I could see this going even later on. But for the most part, I don't think they lose that many matchups. I just know for a fact this is like the matchup I know the most, because it's Joker. So, my boy. Let's just start getting some easy ones out of the way. Ganon, this is too fucking slow, loses every fucking neutral interaction possible. DK's DK, he's stuck in a Mythra combo the whole game. K-Roll, same deal, except maybe you might throw some projectiles, get a lucky Nair out every once in a while. Who else? Oh, Ensign, he fucking loses to him. Mythra just abuses the fact that, yeah, she's super fast. And you can probably zone him with Mythra or Pyra Saibi, so I think that's a losing matchup. Ridley, same deal. You're caught in him. You die even fucking earlier to Mythra or Pyra, so not a fun matchup for you. Any others just kind of gimmies I can do here? Oh, Pika. Yeah, Pika's losing. What do you do against Pika, dude? Still camps your ass out. You're not landing that killing blow ever. Still edgeguards you. Pika, fuck Pika, dude. Holy shit. I hate that bastard so much. I think this might be a controversial take, but I think Min Min does pretty well against them. Because I think a lot of people would be like, oh, but Mythra can rush her down. And yes, that is true. Mythra could probably rush her down, do a lot there. But god, it's so hard to get on Min Min. People do not realize that. This character has so many options with Ram and her double fucking arms. Yo, try and approach her and she just kind of stuffs out that approach. Imagine it kind of like something like Sonic, I would assume. But just, in my opinion, honestly, god, kind of better. But, yeah. As well as edgeguarding. Ram destroys their fucking recovery. And I know this for a fact, because I played this matchup not that long ago. Because I was playing Elite Smash earlier with them. So, it's not fun. Not a fun time. So let's put some matchups. Let's get some out of the way. I kind of don't know too much about. I don't know Olimar. Haven't played him. As I said, my knowledge of this character is very much locked to whoever I've played against on Elite Smash, and I've never ran into Olimar in my entire life. So zero fucking clue. Who else? Greninja. I never play against Greninjas ever, and every time I do, they're normally whenever I'm trying to get a character into Elite Smash, and they're not good Greninjas. They kind of just spam side B and mash moves. So I can't really tell you what this matchup's like. Ices, of course. No one plays Ices, so I can't tell you that much. I just don't know. Wii Fit, I've never played against a Wii Fit with these characters. I don't think a Wii Fit even exists on Wi-Fi anymore, which is a good thing. Stop playing this disgustingly stupid-ass character. Thank you. I've never even seen a duck cut on Wi-Fi, period, so I'm not gonna know that matchup very well. Well as Mega Man, I've seen Mega Man, but I've never ran into one with these characters, so I don't know. Sonic, I don't know, because every time I see a Sonic online, I insta-disconnect, so... Wow, look at these cancerous-ass characters. Wow. Wi-Fi, you know, it's clearing up just a little bit. That's a lie. Don't believe me. I think everyone else I could probably rank. DDD, you fucking lose. Mythra, everyone can just knock back your Gordos. And she has no problem with anything you do. Just no. Inkling's even or minus. I think even. Because Inkling will probably still struggle to kill. And while we won't. Like, because we have Pyra, so we don't really have to struggle to kill with these characters. Where Inkling still will, and she's not going to like the fact that how fast Mythra is. So I think that's kind of what makes this matchup a little bit more even. I think Lucina goes even as well. Lucina goes even with like fucking everyone in this game. Holy shit. But yeah, probably a lot more even. I think the Pissro's going to have a lot more even matchups. Because I feel like this character is just really good in general. Like, this is a hard matchup to make. ZSS? Yeah, I've never played against a ZSS. I can't tell you anything. Go watch some Warriors odds for, I guess, ESS, because I'm never running to one on Wi-Fi. Character's trash on Wi-Fi. Puff loses. Puff loses this matchup. Like, you could play either one and be perfectly fine in this matchup, because you have a sword, so you can just keep her out. With Mythra, you're outspeeding her and just putting her off stage. And with Pyra, you have a longer lasting hitboxes that are also stronger. She is not like that, as well as she's very light, so Pyra can just kill her off of anything. I don't think this matchup's very favorable for Puff. Pichu, I kind of want to put in +1, but I think it's more of an even matchup, because you can't really camp. These characters don't really camp, and it's kind of, and Mythra is much more of, I guess, a with punish character, I guess, and that's kind of who I play the most out of these two, so I just have this knowledge on her. But it's very hard for Pichu to, it's very hard to camp Pichu, and that's kind of the counterplay to Pichu, because once you start camping him, there's not much he can do. He has bad aerial drift, he takes damage off of trying to, like, hit you, like, he can't just swing like a lot of characters can, as well as if he tries to camp back, he's gonna take damage, so he's gonna be losing. He just pushes Toto's higher kill percents earlier, and Mythra will just kill you for that, because how light you are and you're at high percent. So I think it's more of an even matchup, because even then it's still a harder matchup, I would say. I'm actually gonna put that there just for a little disclaimer, because like matchups there could be even. Pala, I think I think she's up here maybe, because every time I fight Pala with this character, she doesn't have a problem with Mythra's speed, and I feel like that's something Mythra really has going for her, is her speed. Speed is a very important factor in this game, because look at most high tiers, they all have somewhat speed somewhere, you know? And if they don't, they have something amazing to compensate for that, like Min Min. She's slow, but she has amazing fucking range that pretty much makes up for that in every way. Pala, she has great speed, she has good camping tools, she has just good tools in general, and honestly, she kind of makes it hard for Pyra to kill, and I feel like that's kind of what defined the matchup. Is it hard for Pyra to kill? Because Mythra has no problem putting any character to, like, good percentages, outside of, like, Pikachu, maybe. So, I don't know, I just think it's a -0.5. Rosa! I'm sorry to say it, but I think Rosa loses this matchup. I love Rosa, don't get me wrong, but I think she loses this matchup. She is a very campy character, and Mythra says no to that, as well as Pyra just insta-kills Luma off of everything. Genuinely. As well as since Rosa is a small character, or a light character, she dies very early. And since your up B really doesn't have a hitbox, it's a little bit... Pyra can just kind of run off neutral B and or down air you. Like, I don't think Pyra really has a problem with... I don't think there's anything that Rosa does that's really a problem for this character. And before you guys go pull up a clip of, like, a pro player winning with any of these characters I put in losing or even... Dude, shut up. I'm telling you that now. Just shut the fuck up. Snake is probably a +1 matchup. Simply because, like, Mythra could probably run him down really easily and kind of break the kind of setups he's going for with nades and C4. But at the same time, I don't think he loses. Because it's probably hard for them to hit his recovery since Pyra wants you to go low. And Snake literally does the exact opposite and goes to the very top of the fucking stage. So it's probably very hard for Pyra to... Or no, actually it is. No, I played this matchup now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, you can't edgeguard this bastard. But then again, Pyra still does... Or Mythra still does just run him down. And it's not a fun time. It's really not. I think kind of almost the same thing with Young Link. You kind of just run him down. And yeah, sure, he's going to hit you off sometimes. But you have a sword that's bigger than his. So you kind of just swipe him off you. And he's also light, so Pyra can kill him pretty easily. It can be hard for Pyra to get in. Maybe this might be even. Actually, I could see this being even. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, I think either of these could be even, honestly. I think +1, like, -1 is like, yeah, you're losing. You're not going to have a fun time in this matchup. +2 is like, yeah, you're going to have fun. And I think the -0.5 and +1 can both go into even, in my opinion. Roy, unironically, is probably up here, simply because he's pretty quick, and he has no problem killing these bastards. So, in my opinion, like, Roy does pretty good this matchup. Zelda, I think Zelda probably loses. Because, like, what does Zelda do if Mythra just gets on top of her? Like, she has a, like, I guess, defensive option away being roll, spot dodge. She really doesn't have that good out of shield options. Also, like, Nair, I guess. So, like, what do you do, man? Once you get past that Phantom and all the other projectile bullshit you're spamming, as well as you don't really have a projectile to reflect with her. So, like, what do you do, man? What do you do? Mario, I think, is a +1 because he doesn't like sorties. And now you have a super fast sortie. Mario doesn't like that. But then again, I could still seeing this go to even, because Mario is very good at just gimping recoveries, and with them having a pretty not okay recovery, Flood and Cape are pretty good against them. Banjo, I think Banjo probably. Yeah, I think Banjo is a +1. Same kind of thing for them, you know, you kind of just run them down, you know? He shits eggs at you, you run him down, you kill him. Also, his recovery, if he's recovering below, has no hitbox if he shoots up, so you can probably Mythra him, or Pyra edgeguard him, so yeah, I think that's the reason why. Peach, actually, I don't think I've ever played against good Peach. I played against one Peach earlier, actually, and they had no clue what the fuck they were doing, so I really can't rank Peach definitively, but actually, now I'm thinking about it, if I had to, it's probably gonna be a +1, because Peach is relatively slow, and she doesn't really like fast characters all that much, and with Mythra having that level of speed, it's not very much fun. Sheik, I think, is even. So, same reasons as Joker, except she doesn't really have Arson to pull it back in, so I think it's even. And I'm pretty sure Sheik, or Mythra, is just as fast as Sheik, so, you know, I think it's evened out there. As well as it could be pretty hard for Pyra to get the kills, but at the same time, it still is hard for... actually, I can see this being here, actually, now I'm thinking about it. I think that could be there, because how do you kill Sheik? Actually, well, nope, sword. Yeah, never mind, I think it's even. Will I elaborate on that more? No. Marth, I think Marth loses. What is Marth gonna fall? Actually, Yeah, no, what does Marth do? You run Marth down. What the fuck does he do? He wants to, play a much more slower game. Mythra does not want to do that. She wants to run at you. She wants to punish you. She wants to kill you. Well, that's more Pyra's job, but Meta Knight? Who plays Meta Knight, dude? I don't think I've ever ran into a Meta Knight on Elite Smash in my entire life. I know they're out there. I just haven't ran into them. And I don't plan on ever running into them. I don't want to run into them. Don't show me a good Meta Knight. Don't make me scared of Meta Knight. Game & Watch, I think, is up here. Game & Watch is a hard matchup for pretty much everyone, Because it's hard for Mythra to kind of pressure Game & Watch. Because, you can't trap the bastard in his shield. And since Mythra kind of likes throwing out hitboxes a lot and being relatively on top of you, it's kind of hard. She also likes whiff punishing a lot, and it's hard to whiff punish Game & Watch because he's fucking Game & Watch. So, I think this could be even, but I think it's negative 0.5. Fox, I'm kind of torn between Fox. I've played against a few Foxes. I think this could be up here, but at the same time, God, Fox is so, in neutral, I think he does fine against Pyra and Mythra. It's hard for Pyra to kill him, but at the same time, he's so light. So he just kind of dies. His recovery's really bad, and Pyra, both of them can pretty much take pretty good advantage of that. I think the thing that probably almost pushes Sheik up here is the fact that she has a really good recovery, where, Fox has a pretty punishable recovery. And honestly, I would say the same for Wolf. Where's Wolf? Pretty much same deal here. Except, Wolf plays a lot more, I guess, can play a much more zoning game than Fox. Fox is a lot more based on, reading text and shit. And, Pyro's pretty fast, so she kind of doesn't deal with that. No, that's not how that works. But, you know what I mean. They're both pretty fast. They both kind of, schmoove in the thing. So, Falco, I think Falco probably loses. He's pretty slow, and his recovery's not that good. Samus, I think it's +1 as well. I think it's pretty good for, I think it's pretty good. Kind of, once again, same reasons these other zoners up here. You kind of rush her down. Once again, Charge Shot is very threatening, but at the same time, you can Foresight that shit. Which I don't know if I've mentioned Foresight yet, but that shit's busted. Holy shit! They gave Witch Time to a spot dodge. What were they thinking? Because once again, Foresight works on every character in the game. So if a Pikachu Thunderdolts you, you can Foresight that shit. That's why I don't think she has any +2s. Or -2s, my bad. And every zoner, if you have a projectile, she can just fucking Witch Time, or I guess spot dodge that shit, and punish you for it. It's crazy. That's why I haven't really touched all the zoners yet. Villager, I think, falls in the same fucking category, because you can Witch Time all of his fucking aerials. Or not Witch Time, Foresight, and punish him for it. It's crazy. I can't believe I forgot about fucking Foresight. Literally the character's best tool. Byleth, I think, loses this matchup. Simply because she is slow, and she is gonna a lot less reliably get tippers on you. Which, not to the same extreme Marth does. But, because her tippers are a lot bigger and a lot more forgiving and generous. But Byleth is really slow, and gets pretty hard fucked over by how fast Mythra is, in my opinion. It's a pretty hard matchup, and as someone who's played it on Byleth's side, it's not very much fun. Oh, Little Mac, yeah, you lose. what does Little Mac do? Let's be clear here, come on, man. What the fuck does he do? Yoshi, I think's even. He's not slow. It's hard to edgeguard him because of his stupid fucking double jump super armor. Yoshi's just a pretty good character. As well as he has super fast. He has fast options. He has combos. He has everything. There's nothing really he does that Pyra and Mythra don't like, and there's nothing really they do that he doesn't like. He's just a good character overall. Kirby, I think, could be a +1 matchup simply because he's light. That meaning he dies early, and he's not that fast. This could be a +2, but I feel more comfortable putting it in +1. Because I don't have too much experience with this one. I have played it, and it didn't feel too hard. It felt pretty easy, but, at the same time, it's not, free for... Actually, no, I think this matchup's pretty free, now I'm thinking about it. Kirby's still stubby, meaning swords outrange him. He dies fairly early. His recovery's pretty easy to fuck over. I don't think Kirby really has anything going for him to put this in even or even +1. PT, I think... I think PD's even, because Pyra and Mythra don't really mind. I guess Pyra does, but since they have swords, they don't really mind Squirtle that much. As well as since Mythra's pretty quick, they don't really mind Squirtle that much. And Squirtle is normally like the annoying, deciding part that puts them in Pokemon trainer like +1 or +2. Ivysaur, you can keep him in disadvantage pretty easily, and Charizard, you kind of just watch him on shield. And, you know, since they do want to mash on you, blah, blah, blah. As well as it's not that hard for Pyra to really pull off a kill on them, in my opinion. Because once, like, past a certain percent, you're going to go to Ivysaur or Charizard, and they're just not as fast as Squirtle, meaning Pyra's going to have a lot easier of a time hitting them. So I just don't think the matchup's that bad. I don't think it's a +1. I don't think it really goes to anyone's real favor here, but I don't think they really have anything over Pyra. Pac-Man, yeah, I think unironically, his frame data is just too fucking good for his owner. Actually, it could be even. Let me think on this. Actually, let me come back to Pac-Man, actually. I'll come back to this bastard. Shulk is probably right here. Shield Art, Big Sword, or maybe even, actually, I'm thinking about it, because you can kind of rush down. Because once again, a lot of things Shulk kind of struggles with is hitting, or I guess like his startup. But like, since you're so fast, you can kind of just get in on Shulk and do the damage. Especially whenever he goes like Buster or Smash. But then again, that actually, now I'm thinking about it, would allow Mythra to actually be able to kill, because Smash and Buster both like make him easier to kill, and that could allow Mythra to kill a lot easier. Because Mythra can kill. I don't know if I've said that yet. Because Lightning Buster's her neutral beat is a fast and killable, very killable move. So I mean, yeah, she can't not kill. She just kind of struggles to kill, in my opinion. Rob, I think, once again, just same reason the other zoners. You throw Gyro at her, and she just foresight that shit and kill you. As well as Rob is also a big body, so he kind of gets comboed. I mean, you can edge guard him for free, but what's stopping him from throwing a hitbox back at you? So, you know, I feel like it's just a +1. Could go even, could go either way, in my opinion. Okay, I decided on again. It doesn't make sense how they could be even there. Mewtwo, I think Mewtwo loses. Mewtwo gets comboed the hell and back. And as well as, if you throw Aura Sphere at Mythra, she can just foresight that shit and kill you. You're extremely light, big body, meaning you die pretty early. You have one thing in this matchup being you have pretty decent speed, but at the same time, you're just so big that Pyra's not really going to struggle to hit you all that much. You do have a reflector, though, so you can reflect Psybeat, which is... Well, and I was talking about Zelda earlier, about how the fact that she probably struggles to... she doesn't really have projectiles to struggle. You can reflect Pyra Psybeat, but you don't really use that move all that much outside of edge guarding. Because if you just throw that in neutral, you lose your sword. You can't do anything outside of shield and run. And you're stuck as Pyra, so you're fucking slow, so you're not running. So you don't really spam that move in neutral. You don't really use it too much in neutral, honestly. But yeah, in my opinion, Mewtwo just kind of loses. Sorry, got a little sidetracked there. So okay, so I've intentionally saved Bowser here for a while. I think he's a +1. I've been debating on even and +1. I think it's +1 because you're still a big body. You're still getting comboed by Mythra, but you are fat. You are faster, and I think that's very important in this matchup because if you're fast, that means you kind of get the runaway from Pyra. But at the same time, you're still a big body. You're still getting comboed the hell and back. And Mythra does have kills and kill confirms and shit. It's just a lot easier to switch over the Byron kill. But in my opinion, his weight and everything, I think, pretty much contribute to him being a +1 rather than a +2. Could be a even, for all I fucking know. I don't know. Ness, probably +1 or even. You kind of get fucked up off stage by everything. You can drop down and because since whenever he up Bs, he kind of stands still a little bit. You can just kind of lightning buster him, and since that move kind of props you in the air right there, it's pretty safe to go for. You can do it. You can fall down, hit him with the move. It'll stall you in the air, and then you can jump back to stage. It's pretty good for edge guarding him, as well as if he PK fires you, you can kind of just foresight that and almost kill him for it. But at the same time, Ness doesn't really. He's not going to struggle all that much. In my opinion, there's no way this is a +2 matchup. It could very well go that way in the future, because I'm gonna make an updated version of this tier list or matchup chart once I get better with them and I have more time on them. But I just really want to make one now since someone asked, so I thought fuck it, I'll do one right now. I think Link kind of falls in the same. I think they're pretty good against zoners because how fast Mythra is and Foresight. I think most zoners, Plant definitely loses because how slow he is. And like if you throw Batui, what is stopping you from fucking foresighting that shit? And I don't know if you can foresight Poison Cloud. I don't know. I could be wrong. Oh yeah, let's just put all the links are +1. Well, let's just put them where they belong. Robin, I think, is a +2 because she is super slow, and you can foresight her projectiles. I do not think this is a fun matchup for Robin. Holy. Okay, I'm coming back to Pac-Man here. I was thinking on it. I think it's even. It could go into Pac-Man favor. I don't think it being a +1 ever, but I think it could go Pac-Man favor because Pac-Man has frame data, so he can kind of deal with Mythra. He has speed. His projectiles sure can be. His projectiles can be foresighted, but Pac-Man really doesn't just spam projectiles all that much. Normally he'll use his projectiles for more of a setup, and you can't really foresight in like the air or like the bell if it hits you. So I mean, I feel like Pac-Man is an even. Definitely could see it going towards the favor, but I think it's even. The more I think on it, Mr. Bogart probably even, because because he's not slow and he is decently heavy for no reason, and once you get him to like that 100%, and you're kind of struggling to hit him with Pyra, he can just bust your wolf your ass and kill you. But at the same time, I still don't think he has all that much outside of that. Actually, you know what? I could. We'll put him at the top of even. To round it out, make it be a little bit fair. I think Corrin loses. Corrin's just slow, man. That's her biggest flaw, man. So the fact that she's slow. Yeah, sure, she has good range, but man, once Pyra gets in on you, you're fucked, man. Like I think Corrin loses. Not a +2, because Corrin still is a better character than that. But like, damn, it's hard. Ooh, I think Richter hard loses. Because like, what Richter wants to do is constantly have a projectile on screen, giving him pressure of some sort. But like, you can just foresight anything, man. It's crazy. Steve, I don't know. I have Sonic Syndrome for him, because every time I see a Steve online, I know to quit because I hate Steve. Why did they make me hate Minecraft Steve? Dude, I love Minecraft Steve. Alright, let's start finishing up here. Luigi, yeah, he loses. He's pretty slow. Once again, Luigi's whole gimmick here is to get that grab. Actually, yeah, I think Luigi loses, because he really loses because he wants to get that grab, but fast characters, it's a little bit harder to grab, fast characters that can constantly put pressure on you. So as Luigi does have good frame data, but he doesn't have good range. So with Mythra and Pyra having swords, doesn't really help his case all that much. I'm gonna put an even. But then again, I could definitely see this being a +1 matchup. Honestly, actually, I think it is a +1 matchup. Sephiroth's whole thing is to kind of keep you out with his sword and ledge trap you with his good ledge trapping tools. But Mythra kind of says no to that and just kind of runs in on his sword. And his sweet spot is towards like, almost like, imagine Marth Tipper, just a little bit more past that. But then once you're like nearing Sephiroth, kind of back up a little bit, and that's it. That's his sweet spot. That's how his sweet spots work. And maybe like kind of just run down on that, as well as Sephiroth being light, meaning Pyra can get to kill him easier, as well as Mythra can kill him easier. I think this matchup's probably the +1. I could probably see it being even, considering Sephiroth's recovery's pretty No, let me rephrase that. Sephiroth's recovery's really fucking good, as well as he can kind of counter their recovery a little bit easier. Or I guess if you since Sephiroth's probably gonna knock you outwards rather than downwards, you're probably gonna end up using side B with Mythra, and Sephiroth can counter that and kill you because how strong his counter is. So actually, you know what? Yeah, I think it is even. The more I think about it, because Sephiroth still has things. You jump on top of him, he's gonna nair you, and he can kill you and combo you off that. He has a great recovery, meaning you can't really edge guard him. So yeah, Lucario. What is Lucario gonna do in this matchup? you get aura and then you die because of Mythra. And as well as your weight doesn't help you there, you have aura sphere, but guess what? Foresight. You know, I just don't think Lucario does too much here, honestly. Wario, yeah, I haven't played against a Wario. I could probably say it's gonna be even, actually, because Wario's pretty stubby, but at the same time, he wants to camp you out for waft. He wants to go to the time, but like I think they kind of don't do that very well because how fast Mythra is, meaning you can kind of be on top of Wario at all times. And yeah, sure, he has great combos and everything. He has kill confirms. He has a lot of stuff. Wario's pretty good. Even after the nerf, he's pretty fucking good. But at the same time, like, Mythra really doesn't struggle. Or, I keep just saying Mythra. The Iguses really don't struggle all that much against Wario. Because, like, yeah, sure, I mean, he's going to probably camp you out for waft. But, like, if you're Mythra, you can constantly stay on him and keep that pressure. As well as since Wario's pretty stubby and you have a sword, you can kind of be in that perfect position. Like, right outside his little damage threat bubble. It's pretty nice. I think Ike loses. I think Ike and Chrom both lose because of their recovery. If you do not perfect their recovery, you can foresight their recovery and just F smash and kill them. I know you can because I literally did it literally hours ago. So it's a bit of a bullshit ass match, as well as the fact that it's still Mythra. Even if you can't like foresight the recovery, you can still Pyra side B the recovery. The recovery gets fucked. I don't really think Mythra struggles against Ike in neutral because you can kind of just run him down. Chrom, I mean, it's sword versus sword. It would be an even matchup, in my opinion, but I think that recovery alone puts it in +1. And then Ike would probably also be an even if it wasn't for his recovery. Just once again, sword v sword. Diddy Kong, I think Diddy Kong's losing. Yeah. Yeah, I think Diddy Kong wins this matchup. I don't know how many people agree with me, but Banana, I guess, do not like Banana. As well as, you want to jump aerial, but like, Diddy Kong can do it, but better. I mean, I guess his recovery is kind of exploitable, but at the same time, that's kind of all they really got going in that matchup for them. Other than that, I think they kind of lose neutral to Diddy Kong. I think Diddy Kong's a hard matchup for a lot of characters, and I think that exists well into that line. Bayonetta, probably even. Could probably be a losing. But at the same time, like, Bayonetta, she'll put you to 0 to 60, and then she just looks for a kill, right? But, like, your main kill option is smash attacks, edge guarding, and back air. Back air is gonna be pretty hard to hit them on, so that one's kind of hard to hit, and you can kind of foresight that shit. Edge guarding might be a pretty good option for him, but at the same time, you still have side B, kind of get back there. And then, what did I say? Smash attack? Mythra's too fast to get by smash attacks. I think it's even, honestly. Captain Falcon's probably even. I could see it going up, honestly. Because it's just like, man, Captain Falcon's so good. He's so fast. He has combos now. You can't edge guard the bastard anymore. Because if you want to rock croc him, he just reverse edge guards you now. God, they did not need to buff Falcon like that. Lucas, I'm just gonna be honest, I don't know. Why would I ever see a Lucas whenever I see Ness, Like, I see so many fucking Nesses, and I can't even tell you the last time I ran into a fucking Lucas, dude. Like, but I can tell you, very recently I've run into a lot of Nesses, so, Isabelle, Villager, I think they're both losing, because you can kind of just foresight the little pellets they shoot at you, their forward air and back air. That's a lot of their game plan. And honestly, I think they pretty much lose for that sole fucking reason. It's a pretty hard matchup for them. Like, a lot of the things you can do, you can just kind of foresight it. It's pretty hard, as well as they have a pretty exploitable recovery. And they like exploitable recoveries, I'll tell you that. Speaking of exploitable recoveries, Pit. What is Pit gonna do in neutral? Let's be clear. He's not that fast, so Mythra's already outspeeding him. You're probably gonna get outranged. Your multi-hits aren't even gonna fucking work. And your recovery has no hitbox. And that's a problem. But at the same time, you can still arrow, edge guard, and I'm not even kidding you, that puts it in +1 because the second they go off stage, a good Pit is sniping your ass off. And I agree with Dark Pit, the same fucking thing, just, I guess, to a lesser extent. Because they're edge guarding, in my opinion, puts it in +1. Bowser Jr. Who knows? Who plays Bowser Jr., man? It's literally just worse Sonic, and I hate Sonic. Cloud, I think, goes even. Hold on, let me think on this one a little bit. Yeah, I think Cloud goes even. Because the fact that he's not slow, he has limit to bring it back. His recovery is kind of exploitable, but at the same time, it's not really with limit. Limit, I think, does a lot for him in this matchup, being able to kill pretty early, allowing him not to just get the Pyra presents. Yeah. At the same time, though, I think it's even because of that recovery point. I don't really think there's any, like, advantages in this matchup. I think it's a pretty even matchup. And then I can't wait for, Cloud Main 69 in the comments to tell me, well, actually, we beat you 0-0, but what the fuck ever. Dr. Mario fucking loses. What is Dr. Mario gonna do? Slow ass bastard. Gets zoned out. Literally Mario, but worse. So no shit, you're gonna be a tier below him. Hero, I think same reasons, honestly. Except you have pretty poor frame data. So like even to a more percent, Pyra is just gonna hammer you away. And then the Shotos. I don't know. I don't play Shotos. And that's pretty much my list. I know there's a lot in the I don't know, but at the same time, you gotta think, I haven't been playing that character for that long. What's it been, a month or so? Like, it's not been that long. I don't know every matchup. And I'm gonna make another one in the future, because I'm gonna continue playing these characters. Not maining, by the way. I don't main these characters. I'm still a Joker main at heart. But, like, they're my Wi-Fi characters for the moment being, So, yeah, that's the list. If you have any idea about the I don't know category, I'd like to hear some more inputs. Because I genuinely do not know some of these matchups. I can probably take a guess, but it's going to be wrong. And I'm going to piss someone off. So, yeah, that's the list. I'd like to know what you guys think about it in the comments. If you have any more video suggestions, let me know. Smash related, preferably. And at 200 subscribers, I got something planned. I already got it recorded. So, give me the word and it's there. Because we've been getting a lot of channel growth. So thank you. I'm going to stop rambling. See you guys next video.